It's the Fellowship of the Geek Show, a weekly podcast about comics, the comic book industry, and other geek pop culture. Music courtesy of Manny the Martyr. And now, on with the show!
Hey there, everybody. It's the Fellowship of the Geeks podcast. My name is Thomas Chick, and joining me for this episode is Mike Marlowe.
Hey, gang.
Les Webster.
Hello, all.
And Liz Newman.
Hello, everybody.
How are you guys doing?
Tired.
Much better.
Did you say wheezy?
I said queasy.
Oh, queasy.
Wheezy. We doing the Jeffersons here?
Jeffersons.
Wheezy.
Yeah.
Wheezy.
Hope everybody is out there is doing okay. So what's been going on in your corner of the galaxy?
Oh, man. Well, let's see. I did get a chance to watch, God, what the hell was the name of it? Suicide Squad. Jesus, I'm off tonight.
Yeah, we don't know why, but...
Can't imagine.
Yeah. I did get a chance to watch that. I don't think it's as bad as some people are saying, but I don't think it's as great as some people are saying. It was okay. I mean, I'd probably watch it again if it was on. I wouldn't go out of my way to turn it on, but definitely had James Gunn's fingerprints all over this. The only part that I didn't like is I hate when you're watching a movie and they boom in your face and they're like, but wait, 2 months ago, but 2 weeks before that, but now we're present day, but hey, 8 minutes ago. It's kind of like, dude, give me the story. I mean, yeah, just tell me the story the way it happened. So I don't like that, but it not that it took away from the movie, because I think the way that he did it was very kind of campy and corny, so it kind of was cool, The villain of the whole movie, I won't do spoilers because I know not everybody has HBO or has a chance to get out to the theaters, but the villain just confused me. It was like, I know what he was going for, but I don't think that it translated too well from the comic book to the big screen, because some things just shouldn't. The villain was one of those, but I do like that he picked people that you hadn't really heard of very much. It's not your typical Suicide Squad. It was like Weasel Man and, Polka Dot Man and people like that, they were wrote about then forgotten about, So it was kind of cool to see them for however long we got to see them. If people have watched the show, you know what I mean by that. Harlequin. Now, I've been very critical of her movie roles, especially in the last Suicide Squad, where it seemed like she lost her accent halfway through the movie. I kind of like the way James Gunn handled her. It was kind of like, let's give you your story over here, so you're not taking from the story that's happening here, So it was kind of cool the way that was played out and handled and done. Yeah.
Apparently Paco has an idea too.
He's mad at Bug. But yeah, it was all right. I mean, I won't say it was crap like some people are saying. It was all right. I mean, like I said, if it was on, I wouldn't turn it. I'd watch it. And then, we've been in this pandemic, like any of us could forget, but we've been in this pandemic, and Netflix is now catching up with the shows that had to do hiatus during the pandemic. And one of those was Flash. Flash's season, instead of waning like some of them did to finish the last couple of episodes, they decided to go ahead and cut it where they'd left it, and they were just going to leave it that way, which was okay. It didn't really. Season 7 started by like finishing up season 6. So it was kind of different because, normally with Flash, you have a villain the whole season, and then the season finale, you kill the villain off and a new threat enters, and that didn't happen this time. Iris was still left in the mirror world, and we still had our villain, Ava, on the loose. So season 7's kind of different because you're starting with that villain, but I guess about the 3rd episode in is when the villain for season 7 actually makes the appearance. And actually, no, I'm wrong on that. There was a couple of villains in this season, if you want to call them villains, because they kind of played out not to be villains. But there was, I guess, threat is what I should say instead of villains. There was 2 different threats, actually 3, because they finished up season 6 in 7. So there was 3 different threats that they had to deal with in season 7. We got to see the first episode of season 7. Now, mind you, the first episode of season 7 was supposed to be part 1 of the season finale for season 6. So a lot of things happened in season 1, or, in episode 1. If you haven't seen it, dear God, grab some tissues because you're going to need it. It was very heartbreaking. We lost one of our good characters off of there, and then here comes episode 3, and bam, we lose another one. So you can really tell that the way the seasons were totally fried in Flash for this pandemic, because all of that should have happened at the end of season 6. So I liked it, though. I think the Flash is getting to the point where they're kind of running out of ideals, maybe. I don't know, because this season 7, really wasn't a wow kind of season the way some of the others are. But it's all right. It's now on Netflix, so I think season 8's supposed to start in a couple of months. So hopefully they've gotten things back to normal. I can only deal with one threat, one ending, not 3 in the first 4 episodes. So, but yeah, I mean it's pretty good. But I think that's it. You said I haven't really felt well, so I saw that Flash dropped, and it was like, yeah, why didn't I finish that? And then I got to watch, and it was like, oh, I did finish watching that, but the pandemic cut it short, and
then boom.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch that. And I think Supernatural was another one that just cut their season. No, because that was their last season. Never mind. I'm wrong.
Yeah, they were going to give you that story and finish it up.
Yeah. So they did wait till it was safe. And what show was I watching? I think it was Manifest. Yeah, it was Manifest. Before every episode, they tell you this was filmed under COVID safe, protocols and da-da-da-da-da. So it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of interesting. Here we are a year later to see the ripple effect that this has caused. I guess we see it every day in our lives. I'm just meaning TV. Not like that's a major thing, but it is interesting. And hopefully, my prayer is that when my grandchild, 15, 20 years from now, goes to turn on Manifest and sees COVID safe protocol, she'll be like, what is that? That's weird. That is my prayer. So, thing of the past, Oh, and there was something else I wanted to ask you guys about that I can't remember.
Zack Snyder.
Oh, no. Was it Zack Snyder? Scotty Young just announced that he is going to do more I Hate Fairyland.
Yes.
But there's a catch. He is one of the latest artists and creators to go over to, what is it called, Substack, where it's going to be digital comics. And I think if I'm reading this right, like I said, I've been out of it the past couple of days. If I'm reading this right, it's kind of what DC did with like their Harley title, to where at first it's just going to be available digital, and then maybe later they'll print it for local comic book stores.
Yeah, it's going to be digital first.
So I'm kind of curious. I see a lot of artists going the way of Kickstarter now, and doing their own thing. I think Scott Snyder's another one that's branched off with Comixology and is it Netflix?
Well, Scott Snyder is going to be part of Substack as well, and James Tinian as well.
Yeah.
Right, and
There's a bunch of them.
And Snyder did have the huge Kickstarter last year, or was that earlier this year?
Yeah, with Nocturnia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was actually pretty good. Now, see, here's where I'm going to get off my lawn.
She says, like she's not there already.
Yeah.
I'm used to paying the cover price of a comic book. Now, I understand with the pandemic and stuff, some comic book places, you are paying a little bit more than the cover price, which, hey, that is more than fine, because if you need to increase your cover price to keep your store open, I'd rather pay $6 than $5. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal to me. So I'm used to paying, at the highest, we'll say, an annual for $10. So you go and you support these wonderful artists on Kickstarter, which I'm not discouraging that whatsoever, because I have discovered a lot of great comics from Kickstarter. Matter of fact, we're going to be talking about one of them in the near future. But, I don't mind paying $30 for a specialty comic. Jimmy and Amanda did their Pop Kill. I didn't mind paying more than my normal comic book price, because it was something special they were doing. It wasn't your normal average comic book that you could get from your comic book store. So that kind of thing, hey, I ate it up. Especially Amanda covers, I'm in. But if we get more of our artists to start going that way, are we now looking at paying anywhere from $15 to $30 a comic? I mean, I can understand. I pay that for trades and stuff. But when I pay that for a trade, I'm getting more than one issue in there. I'm getting, 5 to 6, sometimes, upwards to 10 even sometimes. So it's kind of like, am I wrong to complain here? I mean, I want to support the artist. I really do. And I think it's great when you can do something on your own. I just don't want to pay $30 for comic books, So it'll definitely be something to look into. I think Substack is actually a subscription service, and it's not just your normal $19.99 a month. It's different levels that you want to get into.
It's basically like Patreon in a way. Except for in terms of for the creators, some of them are offering lessons. There's going to be essays. I mean, Tinian's the first one to come out and said he's doing this, and he's got like 4 or 5 books that he's going to be pumping through this. Some of them may eventually go to print. Some of them may not. We don't know. But there's also going to be classes, there's going to be essays and prose books, as well as the newsletters that he's already been on Substack for a while, and I did not know that because I was already signed up to his newsletter. And, and that's what everybody else. I mean, Scott Snyder's doing a class through this.
Yeah. See, and I think Scotty said that all of like the Fairyland stuff would be archived on there, which is cool. So I'm wondering if they're going to do it to where, okay, I'll pay $20 a month to a subscription. I don't know. I'm totally shooting prices out of my ass here.
Well,
Let's say I pay $20 a month. If he releases something new, or is he going to Disney me and I have to pay an extra $30 on top of the $20 that I'm giving him monthly for the new stuff? Or I don't know. See, I don't know if I'm crazy about the whole thing.
Well, like I said, I think it's very much in the scope of Patreon, where you, for a certain level, you get this is what you get.
Things, right?
Yeah. So I don't see him going, okay, you're paying $20 a level, but if you want this new book, you need to go up a new level. It's going to be available at that level. Now, if you're wanting the bonus stuff like extra covers and maybe the scripts and that kind of stuff, you may need to go up a level. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right, but you'll know ahead of time kind of what
Yeah.
the general idea is for each level, and you can pick that. You can pick whatever you want there. And they will probably do a little bit of attempted upselling, but probably not as much as you're thinking they will.
Right.
See, I'm just not crazy about reading my comics digitally yet, though. I could read the same book on my computer, and I stopped. I mean, I love my ADD. I'll stop so many times while I'm reading it, or shut it off or anything. It seems like when I have a book, I'm more captured into it because there's a whole thing going on there. I smell the book that I'm reading, and it's an experience instead of click and scroll.
You're kind of leading up to something that is one of my concerns. I'm happy for these creators because they have full control over everything. This is their creation. They have full control over all of it, so they don't have to answer to anybody else. That's great, and of course that means the money's going to them, as opposed to work for hire or something like this. That's great.
Yeah.
My concern is if a lot of this stuff, especially since these are more popular names, are doing digital only, that's going to hurt the stores.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's as opposed to quick Kickstarter, where someone puts it out on Kickstarter and it's successful, and all of a sudden companies like Image and IDW, and we've seen this happen, will go to their creator and say, hey, you know what, we'll take that and we'll publish it again, with a new cover and all that kind of stuff, and we'll go from there. And that's great. That means it gets out to more people. But if it's going to be digital only, yeah, it's going to be available, but you're definitely paying for it. You don't keep it, and you're also kind of hurting the people who've been supporting you for several years now.
Yeah.
So, but from what I'm hearing, I'm hearing it's digital now, and then it's going to be in print at some point, but we're still trying to figure all this stuff out now because it's still so new. So, but they're promising that there's going to be a chance that they can still help out the stores.
I don't know. So I don't know if I don't think I'm the target audience they're trying to hit, though. So, which sucks because part of, like, I don't know, I guess I'm a completist. I can't just, have some of this or some of that. I have to have the complete set.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it turns me off that, oh, come check out my hard drive. I've got all of Scotty's work. You know what I'm saying?
And like you already said, the I Hate Fairyland will eventually come out in print at some point. with Tinian, something's killing the children, wind, and the other ones that are he's already being put out now through Boom or whatever. Those are still going to be coming out as physical copies. Although he announced he is leaving Batman because he's leaving DC. So.
See, and then people were trying to say that Scotty was leaving Image, and I saw he put a tweet out earlier that was like, no, I'm not leaving anybody. This is something extra,
Well,
I still want my guaranteed paycheck, guys. Don't write me off.
I was under an impression that his stuff, it's Image, but it's through his studios. So I mean, he's still obviously doing stuff through his studios. Now where it goes, who knows?
Kind of like Mark Millar, who has Millar World, but isn't that printed under Boom?
It's been a couple of places. So is Bendis' stuff, Brian Michael Bendis, which is now not available through DC. So we don't know where it's going to be coming through eventually. He may be working a deal to do something like Substack.
Yeah. I see more of them going over there to that, and I don't know. Like I say, I'm totally not their audience they're trying to hit because I don't think they'll get me there. Although I will say I've had my comics mailed to me for this past, year and a half, almost 2 years now, I still enjoy the experience of going to the comic book store and picking up something that totally just caught my eye that I normally wouldn't even pick up, To me, that I don't see you doing that with digital stuff, And there's no pretty covers to collect.
Yeah, there's not 500 covers of this one particular book that you have to get. So.
Yeah,
you're talking about other than what we do every week with our picks on this show.
Right. Well, it's just.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I like, I don't know. To me, it's more of an experience than a hobby, But I like my covers. I have several of them in hard sleeves that I display that, you can't do that with digital stuff. There's nothing to really.
But you can print it out and still hang it up.
Oh, yeah.
You can have it as the background on your computer.
There you go.
You have a rotating screensaver with all these covers. You could put it on your phone, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
It could literally be everywhere in your house.
But see, then I can't share that joy with Phil by hanging it on the wall.
You could rig up. I kid you not. There are ways you can rig up a screensaver on your TV.
Yeah.
To rotate covers around on your TV, 24 hours a day. Phil will love it.
Yes.
It's just not the same. And did I tell y'all when we remodel the room, he's asked me not to make it look like a teenager's room. Like, okay.
Too late.
Right.
Too late. You lost the room when you built another shed outside. That's all my little scrambled brain has.
Cool.
Mm.
But the Substack conversation needed to happen anyway. I knew that was. If it didn't happen this week, it was going to happen soon anyway. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's coming up a lot. I see a lot more, people headed that way.
hmm That's because comic creators would like to start actually making money. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why prices are going to change, and that's why the model is going to change. And we've kind of been seeing it coming for a while now. And
Yeah.
it's starting to get more real because people are actually starting to walk away from the big two now
Yeah.
because of it. And
Mhm.
and you'll
Yeah,
get what you'll get is a wave of new up and coming people going to the big two because they're the ones trying to break in, and when they realize how terrible it is, eventually that flow will stop too.
Yeah.
This may be
Yeah.
20 years down the line, who knows? But
Or
it may
who
also be
knows?
in 2024 or something.
Yeah.
It could
Maybe
be
it'll
soon.
make DC step back and go, maybe we need to rethink what we're doing to our writers and our artists.
Be careful with that in a huge corporation, because what they're stepping back may not be paying their people better. It may be shutting down
Yeah, true.
their chunk of that industry that doesn't really make a ton of money given what it spends. I mean, it's easy to look at $1.3 billion in sales, but you got to understand that's just the one side of it. That's gross profit. That is not net profit.
Right.
I'm betting the margins are not that good.
Well, and that's one other thing about an article I was reading. We all know that ScarJo is suing Disney, and there's a lot more other people talking about suing and blah, 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 blah. Well, now we have people, I'm just supposing because I know he's passed on, but we'll say like Bill Finger. Okay, he created Batman. And at the end of Tim Burton's movie, he gets a credit for that, you know. Well, now we have the creators stepping out going, this is bullshit. Whenever, like Captain America hits the big screen, instead of getting a share of that, we get like a fruit basket with $1,000 check, you know. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you get paid to create the character to begin with? Didn't you get a paycheck to write the comic book? Didn't you take their benefits while you worked there? And, you know, didn't you have a credit at the end of the movie? How much more do you expect to get from that? Because, yes, there was a movie made about, well, I'm still saying Batman, although that was not in the article. You got the movie played, but you got the credit, but you didn't write the movie. You didn't produce the movie. You didn't build the sets. You didn't direct the actors. You didn't do anything but give them an ideal of the character to use. So how much more credit do you think they should get from a movie like that? You know, I mean, to me, it's kind of, you were paid to do a job and you did it, and now, you know.
And now somebody else made $150 billion off of it, and, you know, maybe throw me a few more pennies.
But you know what? The guy who made all of that money, he took a year. It usually takes about a year and a half to make a movie out of his life to rewrite a script, to, you know, keep ahead of production costs. There was so much more made into that movie than the character that was there.
So let me ask you this question, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
How much money should Stephen King get from a movie that's based off his book? Now, he got paid to write the book.
But see, Stephen King is different.
Because
when he owns his work, he owns his own work. So when someone wants to make a movie about it, they have to go to King and pay royalties to get the fair use to use that. Because he negotiated contracts and said, Pennywise is mine. You know, Lawnmower Man is mine. Carrie is mine. You know, this is mine. I think he does it under Salem Rock Productions or something like that. So they have to go get his permission for that. So if you want to be paid for someone using Carrie, that's then up to King to say, hey. But now you take King out and you have Disney there, because Disney paid all of these people to do work for them. And, you know, when you sign up for Disney, you know, if you create Bambi, Bambi's not yours. Bambi's Disney's. Disney hired you to create a character for them, and that's what you did. You know, what Disney decides to do after that with that, that's totally up to them, because you've been paid for your job. I mean, am I being too
So
cold-hearted
Liz is anti-creator. Wow.
No, I'm not anti-creator. No.
Yeah, you kind of are.
But when people, I'm for, if you want to stand up for yourself, get it in writing. Get it in writing. If you want a certain percentage of a movie made about a character that you wrote, get it in writing.
And from what I've been hearing, that's not being honored. It is in writing.
Yeah.
And it's
Well-
and you got Warner Brothers and you got Disney. You're going, hey, you know what? Fuck them.
Yeah. But that's more on an actor side of it than the creator side of it. Because I'll tell you what.
What's the difference?
James Gunn didn't step foot on that set without being paid. Because he wasn't like, hey, let's wait, let's hit the box office. You know, he's like, put my hand out. Money. Give me money. You want me to make your movie? Give me money. And he got it. He put it in writing, and he wrote him a movie, and he got paid for that.
I would have to find the tweets, but I've seen certain creators saying it was in their contract that they would get something, royalties or something. Hell, the guys who created Wild Dog didn't get paid for them use Wild Dog on the Arrow show until they came out on social media and said, hey, we're getting fucked over.
Yeah.
And then they got paid.
Now, like I said, if you ask for royalties, you should. And sadly to say, back in the day, people like Jack Kirby, Ditko, Stan Lee did not have the rights.
None
They
of
could have
that,
it
right?
negotiated.
None of that existed.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
understand that, but the people who are complaining now do have that.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. You need to protect. If you want to be paid after the fact, you need to protect yourself before the fact. If you don't want the baby, put on the condom.
Well, they did, and they're still getting screwed.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, that
No.
was good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if it's in writing, then yes. But some of the people that, you know, what this article was talking about had maybe wrote for the series, and it was like, okay, but some of the characters they were mentioning, that writer had nothing to do with creating that character. We'll say, I guess we said James Tynion was on Batman.
Mhm.
He is not the creator of Batman. Bill Finger and Bill Kane was. So you see what I'm saying?
But he's created characters for the book.
Right, and those
And
would
should
totally
he-
be his.
Okay.
So if Batman, should they credit James and send James a check because he's been writing on Batman?
If they're using his characters, the characters he created, then yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's difference of, I'm sure he's got a Loctite contract. He's, you know, because some of these older characters were making TV shows and, you know, movies about. Like I said, unfortunately, it was under a time when, you know, they didn't have that kind of protection. You were working for the studio. So, okay, here it is. Spider-Man. Do you really think Lee's daughter deserves any money that Spider-Man brings in at the box office? Maybe she's a bad idol because the way she treated him, I wouldn't give her a penny. But
Okay, well, turn it this way to the state of Schuster and Siegel. Should they get anything for the next Superman movie?
well, it sounds like the studios give them something.
Well,
It's just
yeah,
not
they
as
do.
much as they want.
Yeah, because I mean, let's go back to the fact that granted it was a lot of money at the time, but they were paid $100 for that character back in 38,
Yep.
and they made billions off of him. Yeah, they can afford it. Do their kids and grandkids and great grandkids deserve that money? That's
an
up for
interesting
debate.
legal question
Yeah,
that we are probably not qualified to answer.
I'm not definitely.
Yeah. To me, though, I'll have to share the article with you guys because the way it was, you know, I don't want to say I'm not greedy. Hell, like I said, I've been paying $50 for comic books from some of my favorite creators, so I'm definitely not anti-creator. I'm just, to me, it seems like if people want to do business in the business world, then you need to be a businessman and you need to get a contract. Everything needs to be in writing, especially in today's times. You need to have all of that shit, no matter how little or how small it is, needs to be in writing somewhere. So when you do die, your grandkids do get a fruit basket and $1,000 when the movie's done. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's been going on for a while. I mean, I saw a tweet I think it was yesterday or maybe an earlier today. I can't remember right now, from Tony Isabella, who tweeted going, okay, I received a check for this, and I don't know what it's for. Is it for Black Lightning, or if it's for one of the other characters are created? And he thought, because it mentioned Lego, he was thinking it was they came out with a new set. And someone said, no, there's a new game, and they're using over 200 characters. That's probably where it's coming from. So he's getting something just from the use of his characters on a video game. So there's stuff in place. You're right. You got to look out for yourself. But that's anybody, anywhere, in anything.
Which kind of ties with what we were talking about to begin with these people moving over to independent platforms. They're getting that control. So if somebody makes a movie about Gert, they need to pay Scotty a lot of money for that, But like I said, he's moving out of that corporate umbrella to where now he can say, this is mine. I didn't do it for you. I did this for me. This is mine.
I also love that now we're calling Image part of the corporate umbrella.
Well,
The ultimate anti-corporate umbrella.
Right. But they still do own a part of that work that they did. I mean, it would be stupid not to. I'm going to open a comic book company.
They have to pay their bills too. I mean.
Right. Yep.
Sure.
And I got to have money to pay that artist for the next big thing to come out, But to do that, I got to keep my lights on. I got to pay this guy to pump your book and,
Well, and Stephen King has the same deal with his publisher too.
Yeah.
So,
see, he was smart about that.
It's all in his name. Well,
yep.
It's not like, well, the deal is what you're talking about here is the difference between the two, these two aspects of the publishing industry.
Yeah.
Comic publishers have been definitely slower about giving control to the creators, whereas that has never really been the case with actual book publishing. It's just never been structured that way. And the people who basically invented the comic book industry were literally intentionally screwing over the creators the way they were running their companies.
They were.
I mean, it was on purpose. And the deal is that it's never really kind of gotten fixed. It has moved incrementally, very slowly, towards doing it the quote-unquote right way.
Right.
But there's never been a wave of just, okay, let's just shut this down until they decide to do it right.
Yeah.
And because, I mean, I don't know that could really ever happen.
Yeah.
But that's the deal, is that one industry was doing it right to start with, and the other one was not.
Yeah.
And the one that's not is still having problems, not surprisingly.
Right. I guess I'm surprised when people expect something when you were never told that it would be that way.
Right. And also, never mind. I'm not going to go there.
But I'm not trying to say I'm not, on the creator side. But like I said, I think a lot of times people see big industry and they're like evil, bad. No, they're really not. I mean, they found a way to make money, and people work for them, and nobody sticks a gun to their head to make them work for them, and they know what they're signing up for. So it's kind of like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Once they were hired, they were like, "Oh, it's sexist to make us wear this uniform." Excuse me. You signed a contract stating you would wear that uniform. We didn't hide it from you. You knew what you signed up for, so why'd you sign up for it if you didn't want to do it,
I think that in both cases, I think in the case of the comic creators and I think in the case of the cheerleaders, there's a lot you don't know about what's going on there. And
Yeah,
I think it's
true.
I think it's a little bit irresponsible to make sweeping judgments about all of these things when you don't really know the details.
Right.
Let me alter that example with the cheerleaders.
Mhm.
You get hired to be a cheerleader. You put on put on the outfit and all that.
Mhm.
Then to be upset that they're using your likeness everywhere, and you say, "Hey, I didn't sign up for that." I think that's a little bit more appropriate, more accurate from what you were saying.
Well, and some of what I've heard about the cheerleader example, I'm a little surprised that we've all heard stuff about the cheerleader example, but
Right.
it was as much a function of like the facilities and how much access they had to certain things, and that there was all this stuff that was there that they just weren't allowed to use and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
See, one
I
of
think
them
it gets
was
complicated.
technically
Yeah.
her outfit, that it was, that they were too small. And it's like, well, it's a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I mean, I don't watch sports, but one thing I know is what a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader uniform looks like. It's been around forever. It's not a surprise. You can't tell me you want to be a cheerleader and then want to wear a sweatsuit the whole time. Is it sexist? Yes, it is. But
But it's
that's what you
stretching.
signed up for. I mean, it's not hidden
Thank
that
you,
it's
Les.
sexist.
You pursued it.
Yeah.
You actually actively chose and worked hard to get that.
Right. And
I
you
won't
knew what
argue with
you was
that.
getting. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean
to
that's
me,
a
it's
question of shifting ideals along the way, and that's not the corporation's problem.
no.
The corporation still has this product that they're selling.
Yeah. And no matter how wonky the contract may be, you signed it. Not under duress, but you willingly signed it and you willingly took a paycheck from us under the contract that said, in this case, you would wear that uniform or you would make that comic book for however many comic books for us. So I think with creators, they need to get a little more hardlined because now maybe DC and Marvel's waking up to, they can no longer, kind of like Diamond, they can no longer tell you if you don't like it, go somewhere else because there's somewhere else they can go now.
Right.
To get
And
fired from DC is not the end of the world
and that's
anymore.
why this is kind of becoming an issue now, is because in the last 10, 20 years, other options are becoming available. And so, yes, the people who signed the contracts 21 years ago that were really oppressive and really didn't give them any authority over their own work, yeah, they're cranky because now they're having to decide whether they want to take the risk of going out on their own or keep taking what's now really not a consistent paycheck, but that's a different problem.
Yeah.
Because they're all freelancers at this point.
Yeah.
And they mostly always were, I think, if you look historically speaking. I think even back in the Cane and Finger days, they were freelancers. They didn't work in the office. If they worked in the office, they were only working in the office because they were allowed to, because the office was there, not because they were being paid to sit down and do a job. They were being paid for the job they were doing, but that
Right.
you mentioned benefits at one point. I'm not sure that ever really happened.
No.
Or not in much more than a passing concept way.
No, I think I'm trying to remember. I hate to say it this way, but it was the milkshake incident. A bunch of them went and got milkshakes, and it pissed everyone off because it was a bunch of females and da-da-da-da-da. And Marvel kind of got in the middle of it and kind of was like, okay, I think they have insurance. They're treated like employees. They have insurance now. But I'm wanting to say that was Marvel that did that. But it all started with the milkshake incident. That's what they called it. But, so they have moved towards, more benefits for their writers, but like Gail Simone, she's independent, but DC can come to her and say, hey, we want to put you under contract for a 12-issue run of Domino. I don't even think that's DC, but anyways, you know what I'm saying. You know, they are under contract. They are independent, right? They are independent, but they are placed under a contract when James Tynion was under contract to write so many Batmans, you know, Scott Snyder, so many issues. And I think he even cut his short, but, you know, so yeah, they are they independent until you're placed under a contract. And then I think it was DC who made it now, or tried to make it to where if you work for us, you work for us.
Right. They're trying to put exclusive language in the contracts, and some of the people are actually going, no, why would I do that? That would be stupid. Right. You're not paying me enough to do that. Right. Essentially, which is true, to be honest.
Yep.
As far as I know. But yeah, so but that's the deal, is that they're contract workers. Which is not the same as going to an office every day and collecting a salary and having benefits. Not by a long shot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. None of them have benefits. Yeah. I see it, unfortunately, too many times every day.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason. That's part of the reason why. Oh God, that organization, Heroes. I can't remember.
Hero Initiative?
No, Hero Initiative. That's why that's around. It's not just for the older generation, although it is, but it helps out.
Yeah. Newer too.
Right. People who have benefits don't have to use GoFundMe to pay for their medical procedures.
Right.
That's what benefits are for.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah. And like I said, if that came off anti-creator, that's so not what I meant. It's, you know, I said I just think people need to, if you want movie rights, sign something for movie rights. You know,
I wouldn't say it came off anti-creator. I would say it came off a little bit of, well, you just, the whole point is you need to be smarter than the corporations you're trying to get money from, which, you know, is not really better in my opinion. But
right.
But whatever. I mean. We're making content here. That's all. That's all I'm worried about. I'm not judging really.
And I'm on scramble brain, so.
Right, you're gonna listen to this next week, and you're gonna go, "Oh my God!" Oh no. Like I said, we're making content here. Hell no. Part of my deal is that you have every right to your opinion, and the way we run this show is. Go for it. I'm not going to try to censor you. What kind of an asshole would I be if I did that? Right. Why would I do that? That's crazy. No way. I'd much rather let you put your foot all the way in it.
That reminds me, Mike, you could be getting an email later on this evening.
Okay, cool.
All of our hate mail goes to the Fake Press account on Twitter. Feel free to hit us up there.
All righty, Mikey, follow that up.
Oh, yeah, right. I didn't have nothing anyway. Honestly, I am... let's see. The short version, because we've already been going damn near an hour already.
Sorry.
No. No.
It's a salient point.
You're fine. You're fine. I am not complaining. Let's see. I got a kid starting high school here this week. I haven't slept worth a shit in about 3 weeks. These two things may or may not be related. We'll see. We're back to working from home full time again, at least temporarily. And I'm watching a good bit or as much horror as I can cram in every week, because we're like I said last week, we're starting to get prepped for
October
horror month and all the horror. So yeah, that's my week right there, short version. That's why I'm tired.
Well, let's follow that up.
Hmm. I a couple things. Let's go first with a book I was reading. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's called Creators of the Superheroes. And in this book, they have interviews and they discuss the careers of Siegel and Schuster, Bob Kane and Bill Finger, Jerry Robinson, Jack Kirby, and Will Eisner. And to hear these guys talk and tell their point of view as to how they came up with characters or how they handled their money is amazing. Of course, I know he's not considered the nicest guy because what he did, with Batman. But to get the other side of the story as to how Kane came up with the character and put a trademark on the character. That's why he's always mentioned in the credits for either books or movies or anything. It's astounding what the man accomplished. The other thing I'm going to talk about, which was covered a little earlier, I, for one, thought the Suicide Squad, not to be confused with Suicide Squad, was great. From start to finish, I was impressed. Yes, they took some obscure characters and fed them in there, which was fine, because they handled it. They handled it well as to what was going to be beneficial to the storyline. I saw it in the theater, so I feel like I was lucky to take that break and to hand them my money, because I got the full experience then. Yeah. And to me, there's nothing like getting a full experience when you're taking in a movie. I think it's very important to do that. On the big screen, it looks a lot different than what you find on HBO Max or something like that.
Yeah, seeing Starro on a big screen would be pretty impressive.
Yeah. Now, I haven't heard so much cursing in a long time, but it was, I'm not going to say it's germane to the plot, but boy, they swore like
sailors.
Worse than sailors.
Okay. The only complaints I've seen online was the gore. Apparently, sometimes it's pretty extreme. I've not seen it yet, so I don't know. And one complaint I saw quite a bit was the whole Bloodsport storyline. And the reason why the complaints was they were saying it felt like it was actually Deadshot originally, and then when Will Smith decided he wasn't going to do the movie, well, they just changed it to Bloodsport. They didn't change the story because it's dealing with him and his daughter, and in the comics, Bloodsport doesn't have a daughter, but there was an issue with his brother. And they thought, well, if they had just done that a little bit, that much, but they had apparently cast the girl, so they just went ahead with it. but I heard some complaints about that. Other than that, I hadn't really seen too many complaints about the film. Either that you love it or you hate it. And from what I've seen, the ones who hate it are the ones that are wanting the Ayer cut. And I'm like, well, dream on. Yeah.
Jeez.
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun from start to finish.
I've heard a lot more people enjoy the movie than not, so that's a good sign.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. So.
The villain didn't confuse you?
No, not at all.
It wasn't a kind of a what? Kind of
In this movie, they had what? 1, 2, 4 actors that were in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that to me was a win, because they didn't have to go out and find. Now, like you said, Thomas, they substituted one, but it didn't bother me.
Hmm.
The villains, and I'm going to say the multiple villains.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Liz. Did you stay and watch the whole thing
Mm-hmm.
after the credits?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yes.
heard that's setting up the Peacemaker TV series they're doing.
Could very well be.
And I don't know, to me, he was the most annoying one. I guess it boils down to, I don't like John Cena.
What?
I just don't like him.
I'm done.
He's a good
night,
wrestler.
folks.
He's just not a very good actor. Or at least, But yeah, he was kind of the one that you were like, shoot him in the head! Shoot him in the head! Why couldn't he have been Milton?
Oh.
But yeah, Peter, God, what is, yes, he did really good in that too.
I've heard a lot. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about him. But then again, I'm a Capaldi fan, so
Yeah.
You're
That's the only way
biased.
I'm
That's
a
the
little
only way I
biased.
got Brandon to watch it, because it was like, hey, Doctor Who is in this movie. You gotta watch it.
You could get him to watch World War Z the same way.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, he likes him and the guy from, he used to be an Arrow. Was it John Bartholomew or?
Played Captain Jack.
Yeah,
Barrowman.
Behrman. Yeah, he likes him too. And he's been in a lot more than I thought he was in.
Oh yeah, he's done a lot of movies and television.
So when we went to,
Isn't he a writer too?
I think he is. And producer. I think he produced a couple of episodes for Arrow after they wrote him off. Well, they wrote him off and wrote him back in and then wrote him off again, and he came back. At the Lazarus Pit, nobody ever dies.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not in comic books.
Mm-mm. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't bad. It wasn't one of those, ooh, I want to see that again, And it did have Guardians of the Galaxy all over it.
All right, now this was Les's section, not yours.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
You already said all
already
this
had your
shit.
hour.
I was engaging.
Uh-huh.
See, Taco says, let me talk. You hear him singing?
What in the world are
All
you doing
right.
to that dog? Jeez.
Feels home.
See, he believes what I have to say.
Yeah,
I think that's
because
a
he
smart
likes
dog.
it. He gives it 2 paws up. Jesus.
Wow.
I'd be careful with that idea, because remember, one of the writers of Myra Breckenridge was one of the 2 thumbs up guys.
Oh.
All right. Well, for me, not a whole heck of a lot. Prepping for October, like Mikey's been doing, and kind of already working on trying to set up some tentative scheduling for next year's podcast. So, and then just
So you're stuck with us, folks.
Yeah.
Woo.
Hey, I've got ideas going out to 2023. Whether we're all here or not, who knows? But
We're gonna
You
try.
can't quit me. I'll cut you.
Okay then. What, over Skype?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I'll give you all a virus.
Yeah, that I wouldn't rule out, but anyway.
Too late.
Click this link.
No. Do not click a link. Never click the links.
Never.
Anyway, sorry, Tom.
no, it's fine. That's pretty much it. For this week, we are doing something a little different, having a little fun. Well, we always have fun, but
The last hour hadn't been fun? Come on now.
Watching me backpedal and eat my feet. So fun.
And come up with so many good title options for the show, too. But anyway.
Yeah. So for this week, we're actually going to do a game night. If you've been a long time listener, we've normally done weird things humans search for right around December time, and of course we will be doing it again. Hint, hint.
Oh boy.
Some people are weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes that game fun.
Well, this is going to be different. This game is called Hit List. And the premise of the game is you're split up into teams, and you're given a clue, and you try to come up with 6 answers to that clue. And you have 30 seconds to do so. But since we're obviously all in different locations, I am going to alter the rules and do it similar to what we did, weird shit that people search for. Instead of looking for 6, trying to answer 6, you just try to give us 3. Now, one of them is like the number 1 answer, and then there's 5 others. So point value is what I'll do is if you get the number 1 answer, you'll get 5 points. Everything else is 1. Okay?
Okay.
Wait up.
Wait up.
Piece of paper.
Yeah, I gotta write stuff down.
Hey, that's a trade-off for not having to do any research.
Hey, yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just pulling up Evernote here. Not a paid advertisement.
Looking for a pen.
I didn't even think
There
about
we go.
that. I'm ripping his food bag over here, and you're like, OneNote? Duh. I guess I could do that too, huh?
It's a thought.
Since we're looking for sponsorships.
Good luck getting one
Well,
on
this is a Burger
Microsoft, but
King
anyway.
bag.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Burger King and Microsoft are going to be pounding on our doors tomorrow morning. That's just,
Right?
you know.
So what we'll do is let's just do one as a trial so you can kind of get the feel for the game. And then we will go from there.
Cool.
And like we've done in the past, we'll do everything in alphabetical order, if that's okay.
Sure.
That means Les goes first.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Happy to help out.
Okay.
Maybe for the one we do at the end of the year, we can reverse the order or something, just to be fair.
We can do that. We can do that.
Not this one, mind you, but
Yeah,
another one in the
I kinda-
future.
Me and
Yeah.
Mike don't care because we're always in the middle.
Yeah, plan ahead.
Well, Tom's running the show, so that means that I'm going first, not him.
True.
He doesn't get a turn because he's being the DM.
conductor.
I'm the game show host.
The conductor.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's also the one that provides beep, beep.
Okay, so this is just for a trial, so you can get the feel of the game.
Mhm.
Okay? You have 30 seconds to name 3 cartoon cats. Cartoon cats. And go. And let me know when you're ready.
I'm done.
Okay.
Number 3 is the tough one.
The first 2 were easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh. That was close. Okay. Les.
My first is Tom the Cat
Okay.
from Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
Are we saying all 3 at the same time?
Yeah,
or?
just say all 3 at the same time, just like we did before.
Oh, all 3 at the same time.
Yeah, all 3 at the same time.
Okay. Second is Crazy Cat,
Okay.
and third is Jinx.
Okay. Liz.
I went with Garfield, Heathcliff, and Top Cat.
Holy cow.
Okay. Mikey.
Felix the cat, Sylvester, and Pete Puma. I'm kind
how
of
did-
impressed that all 3 of us came up with 3 entirely unique ones.
Right?
Yes.
That blows my mind a little bit, but okay.
Well, and there may be occasions where that might happen. So, in that round, Liz got 6 points.
Ah,
Les got 1, and Mike got 2. The list that they have here is number 1 is Heathcliff.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
Tom, Sylvester, Felix, Garfield, and then one that was not mentioned was Pink Panther.
Oh, there you go.
He's a cat?
Panthers are cats? Yes.
I thought he was like
Yeah.
a panther. I mean, he's
Panthers
a
are
panther.
cats.
Are part of the
Yeah.
cat family. Yeah.
Okay. So I could have named off the Lion King too, then, huh?
Yes, you could have.
You still got no points for it. but-
Yeah,
That's right.
it wouldn't have helped, but you could have.
Okay. So we kind of get the gist of how this is going to go.
Sure, except
Yeah,
I imagine
it's-
it's going to get a lot harder as we go. But
Well, I try to pick some easy ones, so we'll see.
okay.
It's stacked against me and Mike, but go ahead.
Well, they're not all going to be about animals.
Right.
Cartoons.
Oh, good.
I was
Well,
wrong
next-
about
next-
a panther
next-
being a cat.
Well, next one's about dogs, so y'all are in trouble.
Oh
so-
shit, we are doomed.
No, I'm joking.
Thank God.
Okay, if y'all really want a hard one, I'll give you a hard one.
No.
Oh, that's all
We're
right.
fine. We're fine.
We're good. We need more warm-ups.
Oh, okay.
Start us off easy and then hammer us at the end when it matters,
Okay.
when the points are all doubled.
Okay, let's see. No, I'll try that one later. Okay, here we go. Round 1. Fast food chains with a person's name. Fast food chains with a person's name. And go.
Okay.
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 All right. Now, a couple of these I kind of question. But we'll discuss that a little bit in a little bit.
That's fine. I think I got
let's-
some questionable ones here too, but that's beside the point.
Okay, Les.
I'm going to go with McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King.
Okay, Liz.
I have Wendy's, McDonald's, and Carl's Jr.
Okay, Mikey.
McDonald's, Burger King, and Shoney's.
Okay.
I'm guessing I'm not leading the pack on this one, but that's okay.
Well, Les and Liz are tied with 2, and you have 1. Here we go. Here's the list: Wendy's, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Hardee's. Hardee's is the name, I guess. Chuck E. Cheese.
I thought you said burger joints.
It said fast food chains.
Okay.
And the number 1 is Auntie Anne's.
What?
I have no idea what
There's
this
like
is.
4 billion of those things. They're in every friggin' mall in the country. They sell pretzels.
Mm,
Okay.
they do sell pretzels. Good pretzels.
I'm so pissed that Burger King's not on the list because I've met people with both. I've met people named Burger and I've met people named King. I should get
There
2
you
points
go.
for that.
You met a guy named Burger.
Sure. There's a dude. You ever watch Perry Mason? The prosecuting attorney's name is Hamilton Burger.
Hamburger.
Yeah, I just wasn't going to go there, but yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't make these up.
No, yeah, that's fine. Just going off the answers you were given. That's fine. Nobody's blaming you yet.
Yet.
The operative term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's an easy one.
He's like, okay, here, asshole, you get a hard one now.
Quantum
Well,
physics.
I can do that. Here we go.
We all have to suffer because of his Tom.
Sorry.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll go easy. Here we go.
No.
All right. Let me clear this out. Okay. All right.
Taco. Shh.
No, that's not the question, so it doesn't count. All right. Here is an easy one for you, since everybody's complaining. Seen in the sky. Seen in the sky. Go.
Seeing?
See in the sky. You see it in the sky.
Okay. Just making sure I'm hearing you right.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Done.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, Les.
I'm going with airplane, bird, and cloud.
Okay, Liz.
I guess I say ditto because I had clouds, birds, and airplane.
Okay. Mike.
Sun, moon, and airplane.
Okay, yeah, Les and Liz have 3, and Mikey have 2.
I was gonna say turtle, but it didn't
Turtle,
quite fit.
turtle.
Okay, moon,
I'm hard enough.
plane, bird, cloud, star, and the number 1 is meteor.
Yeah, right. That comes to
So
mind.
many of those.
Yep, I know.
Aren't we in the middle of a meteor shower right now, though?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
okay.
think so.
There you go.
Hmm.
I mean, none of us ever go outside ever, but that's beside the
Right.
point.
Get a moon bird.
Mm.
True dat.
Okay. That's round 2. So, all right, we name game shows. Okay.
Game show.
Name game shows. Go.
Okay.
Done.
I'm not home when the game shows are on.
Wait, you leave the house?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's a game show in itself, man.
Oh.
I'll just go with the one.
All right, time.
Mine is Price is Right.
And
That's the only one you came up with?
That's all I could.
we distracted him.
Okay.
No,
So
I'm fine.
not entirely fair. But
Okay. All right. Well, do we want to discount this one then?
No. I just couldn't come up with them. It's not your fault.
he
Okay.
doesn't watch a
I'm
lot
an
of game
idiot.
shows, that's all.
Okay.
That's right.
Liz?
I have Jeopardy, Family Feud, and Wheel of Fortune.
Okay. Mike?
I got those too.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Well,
I don't know if they still play.
apparently I'm well. At least no, all three of those do.
Do they?
Yeah. I actually have Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune also, and I had What's My Line because I'm old.
I like that one too, though.
Okay. Liz, all three. Mike, 2. And Les, 1. The list is Jeopardy, Family Feud, The Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Hollywood Squares.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yes.
Hollywood Squares is the number 1. Well, it's a game show. I mean, so is What's My Line, but they probably
But it ain't
wasn't
on
even
the
thinking
list,
about that one.
right.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Okay, that was round 3. Round 4. Okay, let me reset the clock. All right, we are looking for cliche parental sayings.
This might
so
take
you're-
more than 30 seconds, but
Just to
because
ride out.
some of them are long.
Cliche parental sayings. Ready and go.
Okay.
Okay.
Time.
Dang it.
Let me say this, Mikey. Are you writing your third one?
No, I can't come up with a third one.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
All right.
I've just got 2, and apparently I'm a weird parent because I had a hard time with this.
I
Okay.
had to narrow mine down.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Les?
Not being a parent, I just recall these from being a child.
Okay.
One was, I said so. Another is, if others ran off a cliff, would you? And the one that always stymied me was, because.
Okay. Liz?
See, I combined 2 of his because my saying was, because I said so.
Uh-huh.
Wait till your father gets home,
Ah.
and I'll give you something to cry about.
You never heard any of these as a child either, did you, Liz?
Oh, no, not at all. I never said them either.
Oh, of course not.
Okay. Mikey?
Okay. Since I'm slow of mind and generally, apparently more original as a parent, the 2 I have are, your face is going to stick like that, and go to your room.
2 very viable ones right
Yes,
there.
they are.
It is. Yep.
Unfortunately, neither one of them are on the list.
Well, yeah, of course not. That's fine.
Okay. Liz and Les get 1 each. One that's it's because I said so. Ask your mother or father. You'll thank me one day.
Yeah.
Money doesn't grow on trees. Don't make me repeat myself. And the number 1 is do as I say, not as I do.
Yep. And they also left off, "Don't make me come in there."
Yeah, that's another one.
Or make me pull this car over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want your mother to slap you?
I can see you still.
All right, let's see for the final round. Okay, here we go. Let me reset the clock. Okay. Food that has a nationality in its name. Food that has a nationality in its name. And go.
I'm done. Food, I know.
Okay.
Done.
All right. Okay, Les.
Okay, I've got the first one that everyone will have, and that's French fries.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Second one is Brussels sprouts.
Oh.
And third is an English muffin.
Oh, I just had one of those for breakfast this morning, too. I'm so annoyed that I didn't think of that.
Okay, Liz.
I had French fries, French toast, and Swiss cheese.
Okay. And Mike.
I got French fries, Belgian waffles, and Swiss chocolate, which is a stretch, I know, but that's okay.
Okay. Les gets 5 points because he mentioned the number one. Liz gets 2, and Mike gets 1.
Clearly, French fries was not the number one, which
French fries was not even on the list. French toast was.
dang.
Wow.
How in the hell is what? Never mind. Never mind. There's no. It's cool. I'm good. I'm okay now.
Okay, Swiss cheese, Belgian waffle, Canadian bacon.
Which is fine if you believe in Canada.
What's that all about?
What a hoser.
Swedish meatball, and English muffin.
Golly.
So let me tally. Easy for me to say. The points.
Tattletale. Oh, that was a game show.
It was.
Yeah, that was a game show. Well, now you remember one.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like the expert.
You're gonna be a day late and $1 short.
My parents used that one too.
That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
See, I'm scoring big now.
I lost.
All right. Mike comes in third with 6 points.
Like I said, I lost.
Liz has 11, and Les has 12.
Oh, I didn't just lose. I got the shit kicked out of me. That's awesome. Well, if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose gloriously, damn it.
Okay, so you demand a rematch, or
Not
you
a-
want to say, screw it, I'm out of here?
I think I just got voted off the island. What are you talking about?
Interesting.
Yay.
Yay. Let's do one more game, and then we'll say that. We'll say Uncle. Okay?
Works for me.
All right, let me get things set up again. All right, round 1. Car dashboard symbols.
Car what?
Dashboard symbols. The symbols that you see on the dashboard.
You know those lights that come on that you're
Yeah.
supposed to tell Phil
Yeah,
about, but you never do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, those
I was
things.
thinking like, so it's not like Chevy bow tie or anything. Okay. Right?
Restart the clock.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
don't think
hadn't
you started it
started
yet. That's actually, no, I laugh because that's actually really good.
Ready and go.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. All right, Les.
Okay, I hope I understood this.
Okay.
It said radio, air conditioner, parking lights.
Okay. Liz?
I went with the seatbelt light, the gas light, and an engine light. All the things I'm supposed to tell my husband about, right?
Okay.
Well, the gas. Yeah, you said gaslight because that you need to tell him. Just don't gaslight him about it. But anyway,
Okay. Mikey.
I got a check engine light, the oil light, and the brights. It's got the little bright light that comes on when you turn the brights on. That thing.
All right. Les has 0. Liz has 2, and Mikey has 3.
Ooh,
Ooh, fancy.
The
come back with a vengeance.
Wow.
oil light, low fuel, high beams, check engine, seatbelt indicator, and the number 1 is trunk open.
Huh. I don't even know if mine has one of those.
Oh, mine does, and it'll bing on. It'll ring that bell too. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you shut up. I'm getting out.
Turn that damn thing off if it beeps at you anymore.
Okay, round 2. Songs on a Halloween playlist. Songs that would be on a Halloween playlist. And go. Someone's getting help.
That's Phil over there beeping.
Uh-huh. Sure, blame Phil. Shit.
Time.
Hmm.
Alrighty. Les.
First was Monster Mash. Second is the Munsters theme song. Third is Addams Family theme song.
Cool.
Okay. Liz.
I also had the Monster Mash. I have Bad Moon Rising and Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay.
Very good.
Mikey.
Nice. I like all of these. I also have Monster Mash because obviously that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
I also have Purple People Eater because I'm
Okay.
old again.
Very good.
And Black Sabbath.
Okay.
At least that was one that we always played in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Alrighty. Points on that one. Liz and Mikey have 1. Les has 6.
Holy crap.
golly.
What?
He's
The songs listed on here are y'all all mentioned Monster Mash. That's correct. This song I'm not familiar with. This is Halloween.
Yeah. Nightmare
Okay.
Before Christmas.
Oh,
This
that
is
explains it.
Halloween. This
Okay.
is Halloween.
And you didn't pick that.
I was, yeah. I
was
didn't
too
think it would be
cute.
on there.
It's too cute. Okay.
It's Fallout Boys. I didn't think it'd be on there.
The number 1 is the Addams Family theme. The ones that nobody guessed was Werewolves of London,
God.
Oh,
The least
Ghostbusters,
Oh, dang it.
Thriller,
Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters.
Oh,
I completely
Who you
forgot.
gonna call?
Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Mm.
I'm terrified.
Okay. Since we did well with songs, let's do another one.
Oh, God.
What's wrong, Mikey?
Nothing. I like songs.
Okay. I kind of figured you did.
We,
All right.
we got him nailed in. He likes food and songs.
There you
Booty song.
This shouldn't have been news to any of you guys, but anyway.
go. Okay. We are looking for songs with numbers in the titles. Songs with numbers in the titles. And go.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You don't sound all that confident.
I don't like my answers for this.
Well, we'll just wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, Les.
Okay. I've got 3 coins in the fountain, 10 little Indians, and 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Liz.
I have One Fine Day, 138, and Black Number 1.
Okay. Mikey, how about you?
I have 3 blind mice, 99 red balloons, and Revolution 9.
Alrighty, Mikey got 1 point, and that's it.
Which one did I get it for?
99 red balloons.
Shit, really?
Wow.
Wow, okay, this game was written by someone in the 80s.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder if
Okay.
it's the English or the French version.
I think it was German, but still.
German, yeah.
Was it German? Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks. Now I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah, me either.
99 left balloons, yes. Okay. In addition to 99 red balloons, we have 1999,
Okay,
Summer of 69,
God.
From
50
from the movie?
Brian Adams.
Brian
Brian
Adams.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover,
Oh, there we go. Finally a decent song.
8675309,
Wow.
and the number 1 was 3 Times a Lady.
So that's
The
awesome. 99 ways to
Commodores.
die.
Yeah. These are definitely by someone that's born in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
I don't know. They left Misfits off there.
I don't think that's an indicator.
That was like, oh, okay.
We're not talking about when it was. That's not an issue.
So that was 80s, though.
Fair enough.
All right. Round 4. Okay. Food again.
Woo.
Candy that comes in multiple colors within one package. Candy that comes in multiple colors within one package. And go.
This one's easy. I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm not. Yeah. I can only get 2.
Les doesn't eat candy either.
That's true.
Bull roar.
Okay. All right, Les, name your 2.
Okay. We'll start off with the easy one, and that is M&M's.
Okay.
Second I've got is Starburst,
Okay.
It's a good one.
and that's it.
Okay. Liz.
I have Skittles, Starburst, and Smarties.
Okay.
Mm.
Mikey.
We are not entirely original on this one. I got M&M's, Skittles, and Smarties.
Okay.
Now the question is, are we talking American Smarties or are we talking Canadian Smarties? Because they're very different things.
Those are Canadians called like Nico wafers or something like that, though.
I'm not sure those are Canadian, but yes, there are Necco wafers. And they look like Smarties, but they don't taste like anything.
Mm-mm.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's not on the list.
Okay.
So everybody gets 2 points. Obviously, M&M's, Skittles, and Starburst. Other ones are listed. Lifesavers,
Ah,
Sour Patch Kids,
God.
and the number 1 is Mike and Ike.
The number one, huh?
Yep. I didn't say I agreed with it.
No. I'm not scoffing at you. I'm
Uh-huh.
scoffing at
Yeah,
your list,
right.
though.
Uh-huh.
That's okay.
kids. Kids today.
This list was not written by kids.
All right. Last one.
Promise?
This is the last round. Yeah, well, that's fine.
Okay.
For that,
Yeah.
let me see what I can come up with here.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, gang.
Nah, it's cool. We're in this together. It's us versus him.
Oh God, there's so many good ones. All right, just for that, here we go.
Oh,
Famous questions in advertising. Famous questions used in advertising. And go. And time.
Damn.
Okay, Les, what you got?
okay. The first one is: do you play the Monster Mash?
At
The
Halloween.
the second is the question bad breath, and the third I'm sure is on the list. Are you bald?
Okay.
Well, I know, but thanks for asking.
All right, Liz.
I put where's the beef? I the other two I had how much and how long will it last. So I don't think I understood the question.
Oh, I have where's the beef also.
Oh, that'll show up.
Hmm. And I actually only got two, and my other one was, wouldn't you really rather have a Buick? And I'm not even entirely sure that's real.
Right. But wait, there's more.
That's not a question, though.
No.
That's the suck part. Oh, wait, now how much would you pay? There we go.
Yeah, how much?
But I'm late, so it doesn't
Okay.
count.
Where's the beef is on here.
Yay.
Good job.
Can you hear me now?
Got
Got milk?
He
milk.
switched sides.
He did.
That guy switched sides. Come
He
on.
did. Traitor.
Yep.
Okay. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh,
Damn.
Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?
jeez. Forgot that one entirely.
I did too.
And the number one, which no one's going to remember, is it live or is it Memorex?
Oh, I remember that.
I've been trying to forget that one for all these years.
All right, let me tally up. This
Okay.
this won't take long. This won't take long. So.
Math long. Yeah, these are
No.
smaller
Yeah.
numbers this time. But yeah.
And yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
I wonder why.
mm,
Because we did all the easy ones in the first game.
Mm-hmm. You let her out.
No.
no. Oh goody, we have a tie.
Hey, we are not doing a tiebreaker. We will share the gold, whoever it is.
So tiebreaker question.
No.
Oh,
Yes,
We don't even know
Here we
who's
go.
tied.
Les and Mike
Oh, God.
Woohoo!
at 8. All right, here's the tiebreaker, and this is going to be okay. This is going to be y'all won't have a problem with this one.
It's about food songs.
Food
No.
song.
Weird Al.
Okay. The clue is fictional doctors. Fictional doctors, and go.
Done.
okay.
I knew that one.
You could have played.
You could have played just for the heck of it.
I did. See
Okay.
if anybody picked what I did.
Okay. Les.
Okay. Fictional doctors.
Okay.
Doctor Who, Dr. Kildare, and Dr. Fauci.
Oh, ouch.
Okay.
Damn. Going for the cheap
Alrighty,
shot.
Mike.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, Dr. McCoy, Dr. Kildare, and Hawkeye Pierce.
Very good.
We have a tie again. So
Because
we'll
Kildare was
just-
the only one on the list, wasn't he?
Kildare was not on the list.
Ooh,
Do y'all want to hear mine?
sure.
Yes, let's hear yours.
I went with Doogie Howser, Doctor Who, and Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Tell me she won.
Please.
We'll give it to her, but she didn't do any better. Okay. Dr. Quinn,
80s.
Dr. Doolittle,
Uh,
Doctor Who, Dr. McCoy, Dr. Evil,
uh,
and the number one is Dr. Nick Riviera.
Oh, jeez.
wow.
From The Simpsons?
From The Simpsons.
Oh my goodness. Hey everybody.
Wow.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hello everybody. That's who I sound like when I do our introduction. Hello everybody.
You know we're going to tell you that every time you say that now.
Yep.
Every time I say it, he's who's in my head. Hello everybody.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
That was.
All right. On that note, we are going to take a quick break and be back with our weekly picks. And we're back. We're kind of back.
Sort of, right.
Sort of. This has been a weird week. Most of the episode was recorded a few days ago, but we could not complete recording, so we're wrapping it up now, but unfortunately it's not all of us. It's just me, Tom, and Mikey. Yay. So normally at this time we would be doing our weekly picks, but since we're not all here, what we're advising you is to just go to our website, www.thefellowshipofthegeeks.net, and go to the picks page, although there will be a link right there on the front page as well, for our picks for this coming week. And we'll have them on the show notes as well?
Yep.
Okay, and they'll be on the show notes as well. So there you go. Hope you enjoy them. Mike, you got anything before we wrap things up for this week?
No. I think we pretty much discussed everything ad nauseum already.
Yeah, I think so.
It was some good conversation.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and do our regular shout-outs then. First off, I want to thank Pop Goes the Culture Podcast Network for allowing us to be part of a great group of fellow podcasts. I recommend you check them out. There will be a link in the show notes. I also want to thank the fine men and women who make up Podern Family on Twitter, who've been so kind enough to spread the word of the fellowship by retweeting our links. Definitely recommend you check out their work. The easiest way to do that is do a search, hashtag Podern Family, all one word. Just scroll through, and whatever catches your eye, please download that link and enjoy the show. Hopefully you pick up another show that you want to check out on a regular basis. Thank you guys for your help. I want to thank Manny the Martyr for supplying the music to our podcast. In the show notes, you will find a link to where you can check out their music. Thank you guys as always. And finally, you, dear listener, thank you for downloading and listening to today's episode. We appreciate it. We value your feedback. If you have any comments, questions, some complaints, observations, what have you, please send them our way. There are several ways you can reach out to us. Our email address is email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net, or you can go to the website, which I already gave you the address, and the About Us page has a thing that you can fill out. We're obviously on social media, Twitter, I just already mentioned Twitter. We're also on Facebook, The Fellowship of the Geeks. Follow us all there. We do have Discord. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in the show, but definitely come check us out if you have Discord. If you don't, it's free to sign up. It's a free app, It's fun. We post news links, fun stuff for discussion, kind of have activities on there as well, so come check it out. There is an invite on the homepage of the website. If you like to follow our personal Twitter accounts, Mike can be found at MikeyGeek. Liz can be found at LN_geek. Les may or may not be found at Fake Les Webster. And I could be found at TomTCGeek. I don't think I gave you the Twitter name for the fellowship. It's at Fellowship Geeks. So, and from wherever you download our episodes, if you'd be so kind as to rate and review our show, we would greatly appreciate it. Mikey, you have anything else to say before we say goodbye?
No, just the usual. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for listening, everyone. We do appreciate the support as always. And until next time, geek on, my friends.
We thank you for listening to the show. Comments, suggestions, and questions can be sent to email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net. You can follow us on Facebook at The Fellowship of the Geeks and on Twitter at Fellowship Geeks. Until next time,